Disability Resources and Educational Services, DRES. How to fill out DRES forms. Faculty-Student Alternative Testing Agreement. If you are eligible to receive testing accommodations, then you should request a Faculty-Student Alternative Testing Agreement. You should complete the testing agreement to schedule exams and receive accommodations for exams taken in the classroom or at the DRES office. Additionally, the testing agreement contains information about alternative testing policies that should be reviewed each semester.
Step 1. Complete Section 1 of the testing agreement. Fill in your name, 9-digit identification number, your home and mobile phone number, your Cal State Northridge email address, your professor's name, the course and number, the days and times your class meets, and the course location. If there is a time and/or date conflict when scheduling your exams, please check off the appropriate box and state the conflict. An example of a date and/or time conflict will be back-to-back classes. Providing this information would indicate to the counselors and the alternative testing coordinator that you will not have enough time to receive your appropriate accommodations.
Step 2. In the box on the right, list your exams such as quizzes, tests, and midterms. Be sure to fill in the date and time when the class is taking the exam. Scheduling an alternative testing date means that a student may reschedule an exam appointment at a different date than the class. An alternative testing time means that a student may reschedule an exam appointment at a different time than the class. Both of these options must be approved and clearly defined by the professor. Please contact the alternative testing coordinator if there is a conflict in scheduling an alternative date and/or time for your exam. Exams must be scheduled 7 days in advance in order to ensure proper testing accommodations. Finals must be scheduled 14 days prior to the first day of final exams. It is best to schedule your tentative final exam date and time to reserve a time slot to take your final. Designated alternative testing time slots are listed on the back of the alternative testing form. Remember, when scheduling any exam, be sure to select a time and/or date that is closest to the original exam.
Step 3. In the black box on the left of the form, there are two areas that you must read and initial in order for your form to be valid. By initialing, you are agreeing that you understand it is your responsibility to properly schedule your exams during posted alternative testing hours, and that you give DRES your permission to release only your name, student ID number, and course information to the appropriate departmental staff. After you have initialed the appropriate boxes, you must sign and date the section.
Once you've completed the top portion of the form, you will meet a DRES counselor who will fill in the Section 2 portion that corresponds with your own personal accommodations for testing. After your counselor has signed off on your accommodations, it is your responsibility to deliver the form to your professor. Success in using accommodations is a partnership with your instructors. This is a good time to have a conversation with your instructor about exam dates, times, and materials, and to request that they are entered on the testing agreement. Your instructor should sign and date the testing agreement before you return the form to the DRES office.
DRES Alternative Testing Addendum Slip. If for any reason you need to change or add a testing date, you can use a DRES Alternative Testing Addendum Slip. Fill out your name, date, course and number. Note the date and time change from your initially scheduled test date to your newly scheduled test date. If there happens to be alterations to the test format, open book, open note, more time, etc., have your instructor list them in the additional accommodations portions space. Have your professor sign and date the alternative testing addendum, and you should return it promptly to the DRES office.
For more information about the content presented in this video, contact Disability Resources and Educational Services at 818-677-2684.